Hey everyone, Community Vision here. My teachers doesn't give any assessment yet this time. This is 6 a.m. actually in the morning, right? But I just talked to myself again. like, so I just realized one thing. I think that's real. I realized this even before this, but I just really think about this. That really thinks that's really completely right on my life, and I just realized now. The one thing is I learned something from my old self. So much of you will think that we learn from someone that's older than us, right? But I don't know this time. I mean, before I make this video, I learned something from my old self. I'm 17 years old and I learned something from my old self, 12 years old. Now I'm 11th grade on high school and I learned something from myself on the 6th grade or even less. The one thing I realized that at that time I haven't hit puberty yet, and I learned, and I already hit puberty now, but I learned something for myself that doesn't even hit puberty, doesn't know anything about teenagers' dreams. That's really wants, right? That's even an introvert like me, or even if you are an introvert like us, that wants that, right? So there is a I think I cannot type this at the just like number, like number one, number two, number three, but just like really experience, right? So let me tell you my experience, right? When I was 12 years old, or let's say from 6 to 12 years old, I'm really an optimistic kid. That makes me really confused that time I don't have any kind of talents or any kind of my potential. That's, I don't know. At that time I have hunched back. I don't have abs at time, six pack, I talk randomly. I'm extrovert but also freak at the same time, but so that's doesn't like, kind of like popular guy in a positive way but negative way. Several people call me an autism because of my extrovert way of talk. So that's the one reason why I become introvert at that when I was middle school, is also because many people considered me as a freak or autism due to my way of thought at that time, but not this time, of course. Now I'm introvert. I'm not really introvert. I don't know, because this pandemic time, so I never meet anyone. So I don't have meet much people. So I don't really consider myself as introvert and extrovert. But actually, when I go outside and meet someone that's even younger than me, just have one groups, I meet them. But what happened next? I feel kind of nervous. I don't know why. I think I will talk about that later, right? I think that's like social anxiety or whatever. I don't really think that's a problem, because I still have potential in life, right? So back at that time when I was 12 years old, not much wants to become my friends, but actually I'm really feels optimistic about that. I don't really, that doesn't really seem on my old self before hit puberty any kind of potential. That's really potential. I'm actually tall. I'm almost tall as on my people's age like me and on my school, but also my weakness is more sim, just like, at that time I'm kind of fat or skinny fat, or my my cheeks is chubbier even more than this, like. And also I have hunchback, and but no one talks about it until when I was in school. Also I I'm kind of like nerdy, right? I hard to say R even until now, but that time is really worse, I guess. But that time what things I realized that I'm more optimistic than this time. I mean, not really this time. That's why now I want, but now I want to become like that again, but at the positive way, of course, and not repeat the same mistakes, of course, right? So I'm really optimistic guy. I'm optimistic kid. At the time when teachers ask something to the class, I almost raise my hands, even my answer is kinda stupid. But I don't really care about them. Also, even if I do something wrong, even just like my books from school that's given by school is gone, and the problem is ended, and I forget about it. Just after the books is the problem is solved, I don't think about it. Not like on the middle school. That's even I do something problems that's solve the problems, even that's ended less than 1 year. The you know the traumatic, right, is really haunted my mind. That doesn't like when I was before puberty. I'm really optimistic about any kind of problem I have at that time. Even when no one becomes my friends, I still feels comfortable, and I still feels self-confidence. That's what I learned for myself making a day. I think that's only one thing, but that's really affected me now. I just realized that. Even I don't do things whether I'm fat or not. And then everything is come to down the bottom when I was middle school. It's the first time I just realized now that when I was middle school, that's the same time I hit puberty. That's or even before, but per puberty, I guess. I just realized that time is the first time I have obsessive compulsive disorder. That time, or you call it OCD, right? That time is I don't realize that, so I think everything that I worried about of anxiety is really normal, and now I realize that's not normal. I remember I asked my friends on group class about anything of excitement, or that's really stupid, man. I mean, I know everything what says by my teachers, but I still ask that to my friends. If I think positive way that time, no, I know I just want to really that means that's really right, but I don't really think that I just realized that's not normal. And then much of my friends left me, and that's really the worst part that's of my life. That I don't know if that's worst or not, because I'm just 7 years old. So I don't know if there is any kind of more worse than this. I think there is something that more worse than that. But from now on, the worst time is when I was 7th grade. So I don't have much friends, and I think many people of my friends that's gossiping about me to my whole friends about how weird I am, how freak I am. That's of course they doesn't tolerate my weakness, right? They don't talk about that I have a mind disease or whatever. They don't care. All they know that I'm freak. That's how social world works. School. It's really full of evil. Like I can laugh now because that's just a past, and I don't want to. I still don't want feels any kind of revenge. Even sometimes I think about that if I feels about something bad. So that's on the semester 1, right? So the semester 2, I'm a cheat on a remedial task, and because my friends is just feel something bad about me, and then I don't really talk about that. And also when I was 8th grade, the first time I chat to to my crush, and my crush also likes me when on a semester 1 on 8th grade. But I really shy nerd that time, and I just braved the chat, and she shared it on Instagram. I don't want to say what's her name, but that's what I think. That's not really bad at all. Many things I learned from that stupid experience. Even all if I succeeded at time, I will not make this channel. I guess I will not make this video. I will not share any kind of experience on middle school. If my experience is really smooth at time. If I have many friends, I will never make this channel. I'm pretty sure about that. If I fit on a group, I'm not sure if I will make this video. That's why I don't really feel ashamed about myself back in the day, because that's built myself now. That makes me brave enough to talk on camera like this, and don't really care about people's opinion about me. And I don't really care if sometimes my friends realize about me that makes any things of video about this, or any kind of experience that's maybe they feel they are part of it. I don't really care about that. If I care about people's opinion, I will never make this channel. If I care about people's opinion, I will never make this video. Never. That's why I always says, don't give a damn about any kind of people's opinions. They don't know what our life really means. They're just, don't really care about that, right? But if that's logic way they say about your something bad about you, that's not wrong at all. You can think about that and find a solution, find a way out to it, right? If there is no pandemic this time, I guess I will not doing workout again, because I want to share my body transformation to my friends, right? But what happened but I don't feel ashamed that I have body transformation when the pandemic time. So I don't have any time. I don't have any chance to share my body transformation to everyone. But I thought also that's built my mindset to not impress anyone. All I have to do is impress myself, and feeling good about myself, feeling value about myself, not for impress anyone, but impress ourselves, right? Except if you want to do that to important things, such as you want to make people really impressed at you, and that people feels really important to you, right? Not everyone. Also, if it's not full of intention to do that. Also, in 9th grade, there is a practic on my school that's really counted as practic exam. And I don't know, my mind is kind of worse that time, so I late to do a work group that I almost fail if my teachers not forgive me and don't tolerate my mistakes. That's really big mistakes. Also, any kind of things that's really makes me feel ashamed, that makes my obsessive compulsive disorder becomes compulsive and repeated again and again. Also, in the semester 1 on the 9th grade, I forgot to bring a kind of preparation for the exam, and I scolded by my dad. And that's semester 1. And semester 2, that's about the exam practice that I talked about before. And also on the 10th grade, on the semester 1, I almost lost my laptop. But I just realized one thing, that's most of my bad things happens in my life. It's because also myself thinks about things gone wrong, right? So my conclusions about that is we are what our thinks, right? If we feels really bad about ourselves, that's what's gonna happen, right? I think so I'm gonna say thank you. So yeah, just keeps positive and feel something bad that's happened as a momentum, and you know that something good will happen in your life. Have a good day. Stay healthy, basically, and the way of things.